I'm going to be talking about her later as well. But this award goes to somebody for outstanding service of the concert band and excellence in music. And this year's outstanding concert band student is Alexis Stepler. Our next award this evening is the Izzy Smith Award. This award traditionally is awarded to somebody in the band who demonstrates excellence in music in everything they do. And this year's Izzy Smith Award goes to Mr. Krish Patel. Mr. Patel has been involved in, I think, every band ensemble this year. Is that right? Literally everything. Krish also was awarded with Outstanding Instrumentalist at one of our show choir competitions in a category full of 12 bands. Krish Patel. Lahar III Memorial Service Award. This award goes to a person who is extremely dedicated to service to the band program in all aspects. This gentleman is here before me every day, and I think I have to kick him out of the building like every day. He's probably the only person who lives here more than me, and he is Armando Pinion. The next award for this year is the Director's Award. This is given at the Director's discretion for excellence in all band activities. This is another gentleman who I think has participated in just about every ensemble. Whatever I ask him to do, he's always game, he's always there, and he always does everything with his signature smile. This award goes to Mr. Jose Alvarez. This award is special to me because I actually won this award in high school as well. This next award is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. This award this year is going to a young man who I've heard tell decided this year. He told his mama, who told me, he said, "Mom, I'm going to play solos with the jazz band this year, I'm going to do it." And he took a step off the deep end and man, did he nail it. This award goes to Mr. Devon Washington. The next award is similar to the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award. This is the John Philip Sousa Award, awarded for excellence in the concert and classical end of things. Although this young man is probably the bass backbone of the marching band as well. This year's John Philip Sousa Award goes to Gabriel Chase. Mr. Newman here yet? He wasn't sure if he was going to make it over. He's not here yet, is he? This award is named for a friend of Mr. Newman's. This award is the Mark E. Brzezowski Memorial Award. Mark was a student member of the committee that helped build this part of the school. When I first got this job and I came here, the first thing I said when I saw this facility was like, it doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. We're very blessed here at Osborne High School. And Mark was a big proponent of that part of the construction. This award is given to someone who fits his persona of being respected by all, responsible, and dedicated to the Osborne Band program. This year's Mark Brzezowski Award goes to the incomparable Miss Gladys Gonzalez. Let's hear it again for Antonio. I believe Ms. Becky Chase and Ms. Debbie Kinzer have our senior recognitions. You guys can sit down if you'd like now. Except unless you're a senior, then you have to stay up. Let's give our award winners a round of applause. If you are a senior, front and center, where are all of you? Once you're a senior, you're allowed to stand on the podium. That's the privilege. Okay. Before we go any farther, I want to thank Debbie Kunzer and Mr. Newman for getting those awards engraved back to us so quickly. And I want to thank Debbie and Becky also for arranging these wonderful senior presentations. It was all them. It's all the band boosters. They did everything. So thank you very much. It's very fun. Let's do it this way. Step over here, Elliot Doral. I'm going to talk about this young man for a second. Elliot Doral says hardly 2 words I think I've ever heard you spoken. That's 3. Elliot Doral is a great young man. He is always doing what he's supposed to do. He's an excellent trumpet player. I'm so glad to have met him. I still wish you were in marching band, but I'll forgive you. Okay? Our first senior is Elliot Doral Cabino Escobar. Ryan Show. Ryan is another young man I met in the fall, in September. He wasn't with us for marching band. I'll stop shaming people for that, I promise. Ryan Show came to me, I think probably 2nd, 3rd week of school. He comes in the band room and he says, I think I'll come back to band. And we were so glad he did. He is an incomparable presence in the classroom. He's an excellent trumpet player. And if you ever want a very intriguing political discourse, this is the young man right here. Ryan, show up, everybody. Philip Jones. Philip's favorite thing to say to me is hello. Philip is one of our many multi-talented kids in the band. He starred as Mr. Laser Wolf in this year's production of Fiddler on the Roof. He's in center stage with Miss Angela Easley. We love Philip and we'll miss Philip very much. Philip Jones. Izzy Dangler, get over here. Izzy Dangler. The correct pronunciation of her name is Isabella Diangle. She's telling me to stop. Izzy is amazing. She was our guard captain this summer. She's been a constant presence in the band program. She is the heart and soul and spirit of our color guard, and I'm so glad to have her in the classroom as well. Izzy Dangler. Gladys Gonzalez. Gladys Gonzalez and Jose Alvarez were the first 2 students I met because they were on my interview panel. So if you have any discrepancies with anything I'm doing, you can take it up with her and Jose. They impressed me so much in the interview. I tell her this all the time, but when I asked the students, I said, what marching band shows have you guys been interested in that you would like to explore that we maybe haven't done in the past? And they said The Planets by Holst, and I about, my grave opened up and I about fell into it. That's every band director's dream, is to hear that some of their top students want to do a classical show. But Gladys, it's kind of weird to say this, but Gladys has been like a big tutor and mentor to me all year. This summer, once I got up here, we had started having marching band sectionals, and I would bring in some people to help out. And while they were working the marching band sectionals, it was me, Mr. Newman, and Gladys in the office, basically just getting the lay of the land. And I've learned so much from this young woman being in my life. She's amazing. She's well beyond her years. And she'll be going to Liberty University in the fall to study music education. So I don't feel like I can take any credit for her, but she's amazing. We'll miss her. I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm gonna cry, but Gladys. Here's the Devon, Washington. Devon, Washington is a man of few words and many feet. When he does speak, it's usually something very intriguing, insightful, or just hilarious. We love having Devon around. He's one of the kids who's a constant presence in my office every day during Eagle Block. We love having Devon around. We're going to miss his signature dry wit and his bravery with always stepping up to take any trumpet solo that appears in jazz band. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Devon Washington. Alexis Stepler. Alexis Stepler is a senior, and she is in our B1 Percussion Ensemble, and she is lovingly referred to as Mom, because she is the lone senior in that class, and she definitely is Mom. When I was out sick the week before and during All City Band, Alexis ran rehearsals for me. I can always trust her to be responsible and to be doing what she's supposed to, and to lovingly mother the young gentleman in that class. Alexis also was the percussionist, one of the auxiliary percussionists for the Center Stage Show Choir this year and the past year, and is definitely a band manager for that group. And she's one of the kids around here that kind of keeps me straight, and is part of my brain. We're gonna miss her. I'm gonna miss her because I don't know how I'm gonna stay organized now. But this is Alexis Stepler. Let's hear it. Armando Pinion. When I first met Armando, he was holding the door open for me when I was walking in the building, and I think that's a perfect demonstration of who Armando Pinion is. He is always helpful. He's always telling me, Mr. Wassam, you need to go home and get rest. You're sick. Do it. And take your dishes home. Your dishes are in your office, and that's pros. When I first met Armando, I thought he was 30 years old, but I'm not entirely convinced that he's not still. But Armando is always, like I said, he's here before me, he's here after me, and the whole time he's here. How can I help? How can I help? Do you need help? How can I help? Mr. Wilson, do you need help? Do you need anything? Take your dishes home. Go home and rest. That's Armando. We love Armando, and we're going to miss him dearly. Armando Pinion. Rebecca Visger, step on up. Rebecca is one of our French hornists. She has been a staple in the program for a while. Rebecca is another person of few words, but of many talents. She was also starred in Robin Hood, the fall theater production. She's just always a good calming presence to have in the band room. And I think helps again keep some of our younger folks straight. This is Rebecca Visner. Let's hear it for you. And last but definitely not least, Joshua Garner. Josh Garner, I met this year when the jazz band started up. First day, he just comes in. Hi, I'm in the jazz band. Okay, what do you play? Piano. And boy, does he play piano. Holy cow. I can't take any credit for this guy. I've never had to say a word to him in class or correct anything. I think he can sight read everything I give to him, even though he might worry about it until in his free time. But he's an amazing pianist. He's an excellent young man. He participates in band, orchestra, chorus, guitar, anything else? Underwater basket weaving? No. Josh Garner, I don't know how I'm going to replace him. Josh Garner, everybody. All right, is Rayana Miller in the house? Okay. Scarlett Gutierrez?
I know you're there.
Frank says you're here. Where's Scarlett? Come on up. Also looking for Carson Ruby and Izzy Show. You can take your time, it's okay. Let's give her another round. Scarlett has been with our color guard for a long time. She served 5 years, she says. So she's been with the group longer than I have. Scarlett was one of our student leaders this fall, kind of de facto. Definitely always there, helping make sure everything's clean, everything looks great. If Melanie were here, she'd probably start crying. This is Scarlett Gutierrez. We're going to miss her very much. And also, each of our seniors is going to receive some flowers to give to their parents. So thank you once again to the band boosters for providing all this wonderful stuff.